Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm here to talk about one stock in particular. It is a penny stock, very cheap stock, and I think you guys will like it a lot. There's a lot of potential in this company. I think that big things are ahead for this company. So yeah, without further ado, if you do enjoy this video, be sure to like it, smash that like button. It really helps me out. I'd appreciate it a lot if you enjoy it, and also subscribe to the channel if you guys want to keep seeing content like this. I make videos almost daily, pretty much every day. I just took a day break, just yesterday, but pretty much every day I'm posting videos. So yeah, guys, if you do enjoy this, be sure to like it, subscribe, and let's get right into it. So the stock we're talking about today, well, first off, portfolio, not a great day, but we're down 0.5%, which is fine considering the week and the month that we just had. But anyways, the stock that we're talking about today is Fubo, ticker symbol FUBO. I don't have a lot in this company. Definitely not. I do want to put more money in this company, but as you can see, they're up a lot today. Fubo is, this kind of brought some more attention to the company because of how much they're up today. But you can see this company has they've gone up a lot year to date, almost 200%. It's a company that's probably worth looking into. If it's up 200% year to date, something probably happened right here, don't you think? I'm up 180% on this company. Not a lot of money, but a lot percentage points. This is a very small company, a market cap of barely over a billion. Their PE is relatively low. Not a lot of. I don't think a lot of hedge funds own Fubo. You can see insider some buying, but yeah, not a lot going on with Fubo. You can see they beat all their earnings, pretty sizably actually. They just met last quarter, but historically they've beat their earnings by a good amount, it seems to be, and earnings are coming in not for a while. But if we look at Fubo, I wanted to check out this article right here. So Fubo is a streaming service, Fubo TV, and they're trying to do sports. They want to have a thing to do with sports, and basically what happened, that's why this spike here happened, is Fubo tried to sue Disney. They filed a lawsuit against Disney, ESPN, all of the major sports streaming services, Hulu Plus, and they actually won the lawsuit. Surprisingly, this little player, Fubo, that barely has $1 billion market cap now, at the time in the millions, hundreds of millions, but still very small, beat Disney, Netflix, all the huge streaming services when it comes to sports, YouTube TV. And that's why their stock went up so much, because they actually agreed to a deal with Disney where Disney takes 70% and Fubo keeps 30. Fubo's still going to be its own company. They're still going to be their own company and, be involved in the streaming service, but they're just retaining 30% of their company. And Disney's so massive that this is, a huge deal. And this happened a while ago. You can see right here, it was all the way back in January, but their shares have held pretty steady. There was a decent drop right here to $2.42, but 388, kind of holding around where it settled after that big spike. So if we read this article here, we see the reason for the jump today, people think, is analysts' ratings changing, I guess. Not very important, just the jump today. It's not very important, but you can see that people are rating it a buy. They're saying Fubo is a buy. The stock performance, the firm has a market cap of 1.32 billion. That's very small company. A PE ratio of 19.3, relatively low. And they do have a debt equity ratio of 0.48. Not amazing. But yeah, you can see that this company, there's not a lot that they talk about in here, but they do kind of just talk about, we can see they valued Fubo. They bought 30,000, and then there's a few that have made, or they've increased their holdings. There's a lot of, I guess there is a decent amount of publicly traded knowledge about Fubo. But you can see this company isn't that old either, 2009. But yeah, Fubo TV Inc. engages in performing subscription to, or engages in providing subscription to sports, news, and entertainment content. It offers its services through streaming devices and on television. So not a lot in that article, but I think this one's a little bit better. How the new deal between Disney and Fubo will impact how fans consume sports TV. And yeah, they kind of talk about this a little bit, how the streaming wars is going on. But I thought it was very interesting. Fubo is actually getting so big that they are a threat. Fubo combining with Hulu Plus, they're getting so big that they are competing with YouTube TV, which, I have YouTube TV. So you can see right here, ESPN once had 100 million cable and satellite subscribers, and now has 65.3 million. And this isn't due to people not watching sports. This is due to competitors offering better pricing. People, I mean, if not more people are watching sports, this is definitely a growing industry. But you can see the combined Fubo and Hulu Plus Live TV has 6.2 million subscribers and represents a legit competitor to YouTube TV's platform that approaches 10 million subscribers. So I think that's a good thing to know because YouTube TV is very successful. That's a very great, thing that Google did there. Very smart. Which, if you know me, I also like Google stock. I think that there's a lot in the future for that one. We can also see ESPN is available on YouTube TV as well, but Disney has no ownership stake in the Google platform. So yeah, you can see they talk more about this, the Fubo deal with Disney, and kind of just some specifics. We see in late summer, likely August, ESPN will offer its flagship direct-to-consumer product, with The Athletic has previously reported. This is The Athletic, the article that this is on, is right now aiming at the $25 to $30 per month range, which isn't that much for live sports. They can look. Venue Sports, the ESPN Fox TNT confab is announced it would be $43 a month, and it'll probably jump to $45 or $50. And YouTube TV, Fubo, and Hulu Plus Live will be in the $70 to $80 range. So this one is very cheap and very appealing. And each customer pays about $10 for ESPN's channels in these bundles. Do you see ESPN's plan? ESPN wants to be available to entice customers at different price points. You'll be able to access it in the $10 range as part of the $70 to $80-ish YouTube TV and Hulu Plus Live TV or Fubo Universe, or at $25 and $25 or $30 a month. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of just specifics, but it looks like ESPN's actually offering it for a good amount cheaper. And yeah, I mean, those are just kind of like what they're going to be competing with, the price points. But I think Fubo has grown their subscribers very well. This is a company that, even without the Disney deal, I think they'd still be a great company. But I mean, that's why you invest in them right here. I mean, look at this company was once $48.78. That's a lot more than they are right now, and they IPO'd at around $12. So I mean, they're definitely down a good amount, and they were trading for a long time since 2022. So they only went public in 2020. So this is a very new company. I mean, you look maybe 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, you might not even be able to notice this in the graph of the company. They might have split so many times that this just looks like a dollar move. I don't want to say that, but you know what I mean. Anything could happen, especially with this company and how volatile and small it is. It can grow to an enormous amount. If we look at Disney, so Fubo's nowhere near Disney. Let's be honest. Fubo's not near Disney. But if we do look at Disney, their market cap is $200 billion. So, and their P is a little bit higher. I mean, that makes sense. But Disney is definitely a bigger and more established company. They have a lot more streams of revenue and ways that they're making money with they have theme parks. They have a lot of movies. They have their own brand pretty much. Fubo has their own brand, but it's exclusively a streaming service. So Fubo is definitely not in the same ballpark as Disney, but I don't think they're that far off. Disney being $200 billion, I could see Fubo easily being 5 or 10 billion. I think that's in the foreseeable future. And that would be a 5x if it stays at this PE ratio. That's a 5 or 10x from where the market cap is right now. So the stock would 5 or 10x. I don't think that's really that crazy. I could see Fubo definitely being a $40 stock one day. That's no doubt about it. So that's what comes into my next point. Let's check out Fubo as an option. So if you buy a $4 call option on Fubo, it has to rise 41%. So people think that Fubo is going to go up. I mean, this is just proof of that. The options, the stock has to rise 41% for you to make money. I mean, this is like barely out of the money, but even in the money call, the stock has to rise 32%. So obviously Fubo is thought it's going to go up, but I like this option. I think it's good value. A $3 call expiring 2027 January 15th. I think that's a good value as far as options go on Fubo, and I think Fubo in this range can go 300%. You know what I mean? A $15 stock. I don't think that's impossible. I think that Fubo definitely could see that. And as you can see right here, if Fubo did do that, the option would be worth $1,000. I think it would be worth even more, just because demand, it would probably go up. But I do think that is a good estimate, around $1,000 for this option. You can check the option chain on Fubo, actually, on Robinhood, and they have a little feature. You can see the volume on the option chain. I'm not sure how accurate this is, to be honest. I have no idea. But, you can see that, like, the volume for these options is not non-existent. There's people buying these options at, I mean, 150. Like, it's not big. I mean, the farther down you go, the more in the money there's less. But I mean, it's just surprising that a stock with, you know, this level of option liquidity, not a lot, it's a very cheap stock, is getting a decent amount of these calls. You know, these call, the people are buying these call leaps. These are not like stocks that, or positions that no one's getting into. This is, people are doing it. I mean, someone bought 300 of these. There's high open interest. That means people have checked them out. I'm not sure how accurate this is. I also think it's just Robinhood, like the volume. I think it is just Robinhood. I'm not 100% sure. But if I had to guess, I'd say that the volume is just from Robinhood. And yeah, I mean, so that's why I don't think that this is that, you know, crazy. I think that Fubo definitely could rise this much, and that's not out of the picture, and it could be $1,000 option. Even if they don't, will Fubo gain 50% in the next 2 years? I think so. Maybe. I wouldn't bet all my eggs on it. That's why I have a small position in Fubo. I'm not putting all my money on it. But I think an option, a leap like that, is not a bad idea. I mean, you might be a little hesitant because the stock rose so much today, but I mean, you can see that stock tends to do that. So, I mean, if you don't get in right now, it might rise a little bit more. You can see the swing in the past 3 months. They've been down 15%. Now they're up 35%. That's a 50% total swing if you include the downward and the upward movement just in the past 15 months. So, or just in the past 3 months, actually. My apologies. But even the past month, you can see this swing. They're up 10% right now. They were down 12%. So that's a 22% swing. And then last year, it's just right there. I don't even have to show the swing, honestly. Yeah, there's been a lot of movement from Fubo. So yeah, I think that these options are very good plays. Even just buying some shares, I'd buy a few shares of Fubo. Why not? Don't miss out on it. You know what I mean? May as well if you can. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for today. If you do like this video, be sure to smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 150 subscribers. I appreciate you for watching it. Comment down below what video you guys want to see next. I've just been making analysis videos recently about, you know, certain stocks and how I feel about them, but I do want to branch out and maybe make some different videos on some different stocks, maybe ones that I don't own that I'm thinking about buying. I think that would be fun. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.